All right, everybody, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always ready. Let's
We're-
go.
Okay, so today we're looking at power.
Power.
Power, but like specifically, we're diving into the world of Saudi Arabia.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I was reading this article the other day, and honestly, I thought it was kind of a joke at first, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, wait a minute.
What was it about?
Someone out there thinks that Saudi Arabia could be like the next New York.
The next New York. That's a bold
I
statement.
know, right? New York City finance, culture, global hub. What makes them think Saudi Arabia could even come close?
Yeah, I mean, New York has been at it for so long. It's an incredibly established global power.
Exactly. So let's break this down. What's going on in Saudi Arabia that even has people thinking about this comparison?
Well, I think you have to start with Vision 2030.
Vision 2030, what is that?
It's basically Saudi Arabia's master plan for the future.
Look.
They want to transform the country, and a big part of that is moving away from relying so heavily on oil.
Oh, right. So diversifying their economy makes sense.
Mhm.
But how does that connect to becoming like New York?
Well, they're going all in on things that global hubs are known for. Think tourism, tech, attracting international businesses and talent. It's like they looked at New York's playbook and said, we can do that too.
Hmm. Okay, I see. But don't you need more than just economic goals to be considered a global power?
You're absolutely right. It takes a certain kind of energy. A global hub isn't just about money. It's about culture, innovation, a place where things happen, where trends are set.
And are they trying to do that?
Yeah.
Create that kind of energy?
Oh, yeah, big time. They're investing heavily in massive projects like, you've heard of NEOM, right?
Yeah, Neomam, that
Yeah.
futuristic city they're building.
Exactly. NEOM is a perfect example of this ambition. I mean, imagine a city built from scratch, totally powered by renewable energy. They're focusing on cutting-edge industries, things like biotech and advanced manufacturing.
It sounds insane, like straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right. And they're not stopping there. Think vertical farms, personalized healthcare, even artificial intelligence integrated into daily life. They're really aiming for the future.
Wow. Okay, so they have these ambitious plans, but how does all of this impact, anyone outside of Saudi Arabia? Why should we even care if they're trying to become the next New York?
That's a great question. So think about it. Saudi Arabia already has a huge influence on the world, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oil, geopolitics, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But if they actually pull this off, if they become a global hub like New York, that influence is going to multiply. It could have ripple effects on everything from global trade and economics to international relations and even culture.
So basically a potential power shift on a global scale.
Exactly. And for everyday people, I mean, you and me, it could mean new opportunities, maybe
Yeah.
new jobs, new technologies, or even cultural exchanges. Or, on the other hand, it could mean new challenges to deal with. It really depends how it plays out.
There's so much uncertainty. It makes you think.
It definitely does.
So we've talked about Saudi Arabia's ambitions and how this might impact the world.
Right.
But let's be real, becoming the next New York, that's a tall order. There have to be challenges,
Yeah,
right?
oh, tons of them. Like, they're pushing for social reforms, which is awesome, but that kind of change doesn't happen overnight. And
Yeah.
then there's attracting global talent. Can they convince the best and brightest to move to Saudi Arabia? Can they create an environment where people want to stay? And can they sustain all of this, economically and environmentally? It's a huge undertaking.
Wow, that's a lot to think about. So where do we go from here? What should people keep in mind going forward as they watch all of this unfold?
Well, I think the biggest question is, can they actually pull it off? Will Saudi Arabia become this global hub they envision, or will they stumble? Their success or failure is going to be a fascinating story to watch, and it's going to have a real impact, not just on Saudi Arabia, but on the whole world, even on your life. So if Saudi Arabia is aiming to be a global hub like New York, what unique challenges might they face, given their, unique situation? What could this mean for the world's economy, culture, or even your life down the line? Think about it.
Yeah, definitely something to think about. And we'll see you on the next deep dive.